Enough is enough. We're tired of the...
Greetings, sports fans. Welcome back to Eddy Vision, the channel where we look at sports differently. There have been a lot of protests with the fans. The fans are very upset. We saw fans protesting in the National Stadium on Tuesday, dressed in black. You know, peaceful protests. You know, the fans are very upset, as I said before. I'm here with one of the leaders, so to speak, of this protest, Mr. Maxwell, aka the leader. He was one of the guys to spearhead this protest against the JFF. Mr. Maxwell, how are you doing?
I'm not too bad, Eddy.
Good. First of all, persons might want to know who is Maxwell? Who's the leader?
Okay. Okay. I have been involved in football for quite a while. I've been involved with clubs, Medivh United before, Cavalier now, and I've also recruited for a number of the various schoolboy teams. A number of the schoolboy teams that have won, I have recruited a number of their players for them. The last time that Jamaica qualified for an under-17, last time Jamaica qualified a World Cup, under-17, whichever one, the majority of the players were players that I had brought together at Cavalier, and they basically, that was the team that basically carried Jamaica there to that World Cup. So, as I said, I don't coach, tell everybody that, but I scout talent. And I put together the better talent that I can work with any coach. So I've had a number of coaches over the years that I've worked with one philosophy, right? That all of my players that I actually bring together are ball-playing players. You can know the style of a type of players too that I bring to any type of team. You can always know them differently. You know, so basically that's me. And it's basically, look here, it's almost like a hobby. It's not something that's for profit, you know. So this might very well be my last year, you know.
No, do it for the love of the game.
What's that?
I'm saying you do it for the love of the game.
Yeah, basically, you know, because if it wasn't the football, it would have been politics, you know. So, no, man, you know, you find another way to give back, you know, that sort of way, you know, because I can tell you, I've never really had it rough like that and so on. And I taught for a while. And it was with that inner city school. And that's how I actually got involved even more with the sport at that time.
All right. So talk to us about Tuesday. What really led to Tuesday? Okay.
Tuesday basically came out of what transpired Saturday night behind the scenes into Sunday morning. Right? Listen up. A number of the players on that Jamaica team, apart from who has played for me, and let me tell you, the players that I actually, you know, speak to on the current team are players that used to play for me, right? Meaning that they no longer play at Cavalier, because the current Cavalier player on the team, I don't really even speak to him more than so. I don't really know him that well. But I do know Kain Paris. He has played for me. Terry McGee, he has also played for me. And even Damian Lowe, Nana, you know, because I've also been involved in confederation teams and that sort of thing. And these are guys that I have known from 10, 11, 12, coming right up. So when I got calls about the situation that they were going through there, it opened my heart, because these are like my sons, right?
Yeah.
So when I heard that they basically were stuck in Suriname, and that everything started to come out, that the General Secretary did not speak the truth about arrangements that were made for the team to return to Jamaica. I made a call the same morning to one of the many vloggers that I knew, and I told him, say, look here, we have to get this thing out there because it's being hidden. And eventually some people in the mainstream broke the news while we were on air. I think Trisha McGowan broke the news while we were on air, mentioning that Suriname was in Jamaica while the Jamaica team was still stuck there. And that just Suriname, everything that we already knew, you know, was basically the truth. So that same day after I came off of that, I said, okay, I'm going to put together a little group with 5 vloggers, and let's see how we can put together something to make a difference. We weren't sure what we were going to do as yet. And by the time I looked around, I went on another show, and the thing had morphed into something way bigger than I thought. You know, the vloggers just put it out there, and people were jumping on all over the place. And I can tell you, the majority of those people jumping on were from the diaspora. So, you know, we said, okay, let's see what we can do to actually make a statement. And the first idea was white, but somebody mentioned in the group that no, Suriname wears white. So I said, okay, hold on, let's go with black. So we're going to make sure that the first things were that nobody would be going into the grandstand. We're encouraging, and as I'm saying this with you, everybody watching this thing, we encourage you, if you plan to buy a grandstand ticket, buy 2 bleachers ticket and go over the bleachers in black. And I love your choice of shirt this morning, because we want every vlogger. I sent it to some people I know in the media, because I also do work in the media, right? To make sure you have on your black. Because we're in mourning, you know. We are in mourning for the Jamaica football, you know, the whole team with the team and what's going on. Because like it or not, it is almost as if someone has died.
Yeah. So did you guys get any fight back or pushback on Tuesday? JFF security forces?
No, I think at that time, you know, I don't know what's going to happen Tuesday coming, because the organization, no, because that was basically planned in less than a day. You have to understand that. Okay? Right. Because we weren't sure, because at one stage, even the players, when I spoke to them, they told me, someone had told me, Mr. Maxwell, look here, refund the tickets, you know, no matter how you play. Right? And these are people, these are youngsters inside. And they will meet me all the best. And they want me to say, well, okay, spend any money. Even though it's one of the other vloggers, JD from IMAX, it have to give him a lot of big up right there, that he went in, he got some help from some of his watchers, but the majority came from his own pockets. And he put his money up where his mouth was, and he supported the cause. Right? Other vloggers helped to bring the thing out in the media also. And where it's right now is it's a movement that when I saw somebody post something from mainstream media, the Jamaica Observer, and I saw myself, I said, wait, hold on. This thing looks like it's getting big, getting serious. Yeah. But the other thing that I saw was when somebody from abroad contributed, I shouldn't even say this because I don't know if the JFF going to look for the banner them. Some big banners to basically, you know, put up, because the one that you saw was basically something my daughters said, boy, daddy, we know say it's a last minute thing, but let me do something for you. Because even if you notice, party, somebody else asking if it's crayon, do it. I said, no, it's markers. They basically sat down and put the thing together, and then we joined it up. Because you can't really, can't stop it from carrying those things into the stadium. Right? They can't. But it will get in. Don't worry about it. It will get in. We will be protesting, and it will be bigger, because everything is more organized now, and we have support is there. So we want to make sure we're not going to, people, do not think that by not coming to the stadium, you're going to spite the JFF. All you're going to do is spite the players. The JFF already feel that nobody not going to come to the match, because they don't make any money from the matches that way, you know. That's why we don't see any home matches, right? They don't business about these home matches, because they don't make anything from them. Okay, so get clear. So by going by the bleachers, it works for them. That's why most times you see they normally open the grandstand alone. So if we boycott the grandstand and full the bleachers, we will at least make the players realize that, hey, we're supporting you. Because it warmed my heart when I saw the players look up and they saw the banner, and a lot of them, you know, they see them talking amongst themselves, and they realize what was going on, right? The enough is enough is a theme. JFF, enough is enough, right? And we're basically fed up with what's happening, because so far, JFF, and it's like they're carrying us around the mulberry bush, right? They're carrying everybody around here. But we're watching them, you know, because this protest will not finish on Tuesday. This protest is going to be a pressure group that is going to be carrying it to another level. And we are looking to also influence the next election for JFF president?
Mr. Leader, how can persons get involved? The football fans and Reggae Boyz fans.
Okay, basically what they can do, if they are interested right now, if you are local, come out to the stadium. Just make sure, I don't want to say a single yellow shirt. The captain normally come out and say, wear your yellow. I want it pure black, no green, no orange, no neutral. Everybody, if you don't have a black shirt now, try dig up one and wash it out tomorrow to wear, or go buy a little black t-shirt. Everybody will want to send a message, because there are many ways to send a message. Okay? So when the JFF administrators get and they sit down over the royal box and they look around them, they notice they are the only ones in the grandstand. But when they look across from them, they see a sea of black, right? Mourning the death of the JFF administration. So I'm going to ask people to do that. If you have somebody abroad, make them buy a ticket. There, it can be done online quite easily. We do have a WhatsApp group, right, that you know, a number of people are in. But the simplest thing at this time here, what I would encourage them to do is come out to the stadium. Just wear your black. And if you can do up a little sign and just roll it up and carry it in, do it. We don't have a problem, right? But
is there a PayPal account where persons can donate to the cause?
Yeah, actually, we have one of the vloggers assisted us in putting a PayPal account together. I can send it to you and you can pin it in your description and so on, right? So if they'd like, they can go, because I say it's not an one-off thing. This is an ongoing thing, right? And it's going to go on. The elections is scheduled for, I think, next year, August, November 2023. So a lot of people keep talking, oh, JFF, resign, resign. Look here. They are already in power. They're already elected by the parish associations. The only way we're going to get them out is by first trying to get the right people in power in the parish associations. Then try to change the JFF president once, you know, get a candidate that's suitable. I noticed this morning when I took up the Observer, one of the people that has been touted in the WhatsApp group that we have, I noticed he started to put out a nice article and he has it on point. And he would be an ideal person, but I don't know if his mind exactly is there or he's testing the waters, but he is an ideal candidate. And I sincerely hope that Christopher Derring thinks about it and serves his country, has served the region already, the Cricket World Cup, by being the man behind the whole scenes of that, and that went very well. But we're looking for you to, Chris, we're looking for you to help us here in the yard. It's a smaller thing, not as big as all the other ventures that you have been in before. We just need some help. You're a former national youth player. You have made money in here in Jamaica and overseas, right? We know you don't need for going to JFF for go fed ANS, because that's one of the problems that we have now, that people are going into the JFF to try to look at it to help themselves, right? One of the things that when we made a list in the group about certain things that we want a potential new leader to have is financial, basically, independence, right? So all it basically means that we don't want a 9-to-5 person that has struggled to take over the reins at JFF. Him just going to look for federalness and helping friends get the trips overseas, that sort of thing. And we need to cut that out. As much as people used to bash Captain, you know, Captain basically had one set of people that toured with the teams, and then now and again you have the different parish president. But because of a lot of parish presidents not liking that, they made their voice known and saying the captain not sharing the pie. But look here, let me tell you something. We need people in there that can make the tough decisions and do what has to be done. That's the main thing that we need now. Because in a situation that happened the other day where the players insisted on Mr. Wint resigning, and Mr. Wint, I say, you know, tendered his resignation with stipulations. And they carried us around Mulberry Bush, they carried us down to Half a Tree Crossroads and back. And in the end, what is proposed is that Mr. Win going to get not even a golden handshake, a golden parachute, slide and bed and everything. So because I've never got any sort of package that you're separating from somebody and giving them that sort of package. And basically, you must have something in this clause in there for non-performance, because there have been it's not just one instance, You have of these things cast in the JFF, because how many people know that we are going to basically get a fine from the Suriname game for the players reaching late?
Late, yeah. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, we have been fined before in the under 15 when they weren't able to put a team together to go. Look here, there have been too many gaffes, too many mistakes. Enough is enough.
Yep, and I think we leave it there. Enough is enough, JFF. Again, folks, protest is on again on Tuesday. So if you want to support, your voice to be heard, wear your black, join Mr. Leader and others in the bleachers on Tuesday.